up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're over here at Brian's shop, B&K Performance, and you can see he's got a hood on this thing. He sent me a message the other day. He sent me a picture. And he was like, well, what do you think with the hood on it? And I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. It looks amazing. It looks a lot more like a car with the hood on it. So we're going to make that work. He's going to make it all work and fit. But today we're going to modify the cage. The cage is getting modified so that it's a little better for me to fit in. I'm a big old fat dude, if you ain't noticed. And that cage is made for a little short dude. And, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to cut some bars out, modify it, just get it a little bit wider. But in order to do that, Brian says I'm crazy, but we're going to cut the body off the car. We can do it the way it is, but it would be much more challenging with my non-professional chassis building skills. So it'll be really easy to get to once we pull the body off of it. The body's only, race cars, dude, when you have a full tube chassis car, they're only welded on in a couple spots, right? So we're going to cut those welds, and we're going to take the body off of it, put it up on the lift over there, pull the body off, and then we'll just have the Leroy style body. So here we go. Check it out. He's not feeling taking the body off. Somebody said the other day, every time I asked him a question, he always hesitates because he knows I'm going to be over here filming while he's over there working. I said, now that's not true all the time. Y'all, I work on these things hard, so I'm going to have to start doing a bunch of time lapses. Apparently, nobody don't think I work on the cars. They think I just stand here and hold the camera while...
Yeah, if you film, I'm used to it by now. It don't bother me at all. It's just sometimes your questions catch me off guard. What?
Oh, right, that's, yeah. Look, and he's also learned over our 20-year friendship that when I say hear me out, then he knows he's fixing to get something really wacky. But yeah, so we're going to snatch the body off of it real fast. He's got the front end almost all mounted on there. There's just a few things to do to finish the hard mounting on it. And we're going to try to come up with a way to make that thing, you know, easy to get on and off. But right now it's bolted on. And, you know, that's fine to work on the hood. I mean, that stuff turned out pretty good. It was a smaller. We could probably redo this turbo kit and get it to where just like this stuff is sticking out. But so right now that's not the way it's going to be, though. So the hood is on it. The front end's on it. Somebody said we ought to go get a clear bubble and go across the hood like on top of houses, like for the sun to come in. I don't know what those things are officially called. But we're probably going to leave it the way it is. So we're going to snatch this thing off real fast, get the body off of it, go ahead and start cutting the cage out. Check it out. All right, guys, so just that easy. The front end is off. So it's off and on. Pretty easy. I mean, it ain't got Zeus fasteners just because of the way it's designed. I mean, we may put Zeus fasteners on it later, potentially. But it didn't take 10 minutes or so to get this off, so it's not that bad. It had a couple bolts in the front, 2 back here, 2 back over there. So, I mean, 6 bolts, and it was off. So not super, super hard to get on and off, so that's good. So now all we got to do is cut a couple welds on the body, and we're going to take the car and put it on the lift. This thing, like I said, the body is heavy. It's full back here in the back. But when we built this thing, we built everything around, when we put it together, around the roll cage, around the rolling chassis, because, you know, that just made sense. So nothing is attached to the body other than the parachute back here. So all I got to do back here in the back is take the parachute. Actually, no, the parachute's still attached. What we got to take off? Oh, the trunk lid. Oh, yeah. Trunk lid's got to come off, so the parachute's got to come off. And then this is actually rolled down and hooked to the chassis under there. So just got to take that off. This push bar back here we didn't use last time because it is not really attached to anything. So we're going to have to figure out how to make that a little more sturdy so we can push. We were at Thunder Valley pulling the car, and that was a hot mess. Pulling the car is not fun at all. So here we go. All right, guys, the body is off. It wasn't too bad. You know, it's just one of those things, like I said, it's a tube chassis car. When you make a tube chassis car, that's how this is done, right? So the body is generally a lot lighter than this. This thing is, it's got plastic fenders on it, but it is heavy, heavy, heavy. This thing probably weighs 400 or 500 pounds. The doors are probably 40 to 60 pounds a piece. So we're going to lighten the doors up for sure. So this is the chassis. You know, we talked about earlier how this thing was snubbed way off at the back, but everything is basically just attached here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to modify this cage to make it so that I can fit better. The way this cage is designed is a little old school the way it is. I mean, it's fine, I guess. A lot of people build them this way. But basically what we're going to do is this is really, really wide. So we're going to take this and we're going to move it back probably 2 inches and probably swoop it just a little bit. I don't know if we need to move that bottom bar or not. Might need to move that one as well. So I might have to take the seat out. But basically we want this to make it so I've got more elbow room over here. Or I could leave it here and then kind of swoop this out just a little bit because we've got 3 or 4 inches that we can fit there. So that, and then we're going to take a bar and go from this piece here, basically from this bar, it's going to go up and then kind of come over just a little bit. And then we'll redo that bar. And then instead of that bar on the right there, you can see see how it really tucks in down there. And up at the top, it's wider. And then it goes in at the bottom. And that's actually my entire problem is where my shoulder is. My shoulder is right here, my elbow. So I need this stuff to be completely redone. So just decided to pull the body off. I mean, it took an hour and a half to get the body off of it. But now welding the roll cage and cutting the roll cage out will be much easier, much, much easier. And then once that happens, we'll put the body back on it and then weld the body back on, and then we'll be back exactly where we were. All right, so I am 100% not a fabricator, but we got most of this stuff cut out. Well, we got it all cut out that I was going to get cut out, and we got one bar put back in. I mean, these are not the prettiest welds ever, but it is TIG welded in. You know, the hardest part about this, you can see when I got really, really good tight fitment, and I'm really, really close and comfortable, I can actually TIG weld. But man, when you get me out of position on the backs of some of these and on the sides where you got to lay down really like long, I mean, it's not really focusing real good, but man, it makes it super difficult for me to get it and to get it really pretty. But you know, I guess pretty is not everything. So, you know, it is what it is. We were able to take this one here and just barely, I didn't even have to cut that one all the way off. We just moved it just a tad. Got in there with my helmet and my arms, and we moved it from right here. So probably what we might try to do is come up from here and just do a little triangulation bar here too, just to give this one a little bit more support. I mean, we are really close to this one. So, I mean, it's probably fine the way it is. I have seen cars like this in the past. You know, if this comes down, it is slightly tilted back, you know, which that's fine too. Some of them tilt way back. Some of them are straight up and down. But this thing, we moved it back about 5 inches. So that is much more comfortable for me in the car. So there we go, guys. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. It's been a very long night. I suck at doing this. It takes me like 2-3 times as long as people that do it professionally, which I'm not a professional. I'm a backyard hack. And of course, I'm gonna have black snot from grinding dust for the next week. So at least we got most of the bars out. And hopefully next couple days, maybe over the weekend, we can finish welding all these bars in. So we'll be in good shape. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. If y'all want to support the channel, head on over to TurboJohnRacing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Thanks, guys.